How many?
All right, just getting done with the Bell's Gap Trail FKT. I submitted it actually the other day. I wanted to set the bar for it. It's just basically an easy trail up in like Tyrone area, PA. It's 6.3 mile out, and then 6.3 mile out back, so like 12.6 total. Only like 2.1-ish, 2.2 is rail trail, if you really want to call it that much. It was a little muddy and a little asphalt in one spot, but rocky. And then it becomes more of a grassy and rocky trail. A lot of it's more single track because it's not really, there's a worn single track down the middle in the summer months. The rest is like grassiness. In some sections it can be waist high grass in the middle of summer. I always kick deer out in that spots. And then it becomes like a gravel game lands road, like the last mile and a half or so. So it's got a little bit of a mix to it. So it's not like a pure rail trail like some people call it. You have to sort of preface that the first couple of miles is rail trail and the rest is not. Some people just call it a full rail trail. It is not. Again, it is not. But I did this today. This is what, February 19th, 2024. We had a snowstorm over the weekend, which sort of screwed up my plans because I was actually going to come up over the weekend and do it, but it just got too cold and I knew the snow was going to be like deep. So I waited till today, which is Monday. Wasn't sure what to expect, so I brought a bunch of different options. I wore too much clothes and a long sleeve shirt on. I had my sauna suit cutting weight top on, and then I had my thin jacket on, neck gaiter, visor beanie. Took my Blake mints, but I kept them in my shorts. I had 2XUs on, long pants, and shorts over top. I have thicker socks. I put my toe warmers, neoprene toe warmers on, and my training trail shoes. My feet stay pretty much warm the whole way to like the last couple of miles, where I got them a little bit wet and they started getting a little bit chillier. It's 35 degrees right now in the vehicle, so I'm getting ready to leave. It's probably about that when I started, but the sun was out. Sun was, I would say, it was in my face pretty much the whole way out. Not bad, but just like towards me, not blinding me or anything. But on the way back, when it went behind the mountains, you definitely felt like a 15-20 degrees difference in the temperatures. I was definitely getting a little bit cold on the way back. My hands are a little nippy at the tips. I should have put my gloves on, but I said to hell with it. But on the way out, I was definitely overheated and sweaty. I was really second guessing my choices because I definitely got overheated, and I was like, this is just going to drain the shit out of me. And I was just dripping in sweat. If you see some of the clips, you'll notice that I was. The rail trail part, like the first 2.1 miles, wasn't actually bad. It was a little soft, so it's a little bit harder to like get, you know what I mean, get good speed per se. But I didn't mind that today at all. But then after that, it was pretty much snow covered the rest of the way, except for a few spots here or there, maybe like a 10-yard section where it wasn't, like where the sun actually hit the trail pretty good. But definitely slowed me down on the way out. I want to say it was like like in boxing terms, it was like a 3-punch combo, because it was cold, there's snow on the trail, and you're running uphill. So that was a nice 3-punch combo on the way out, which really slowed my time down. So that 1,000 feet is what I say it is on the way out for that 6.5 or 6.3-ish miles. I think I got like 6.25 today. It's always going to be like within a tenth or so. But whatever. But yeah, so you're running, I think I got 956 or something, 950 feet, we'll just say. of gain on the way out, and that's basically all uphill. The watch says like 26 feet down. You don't even feel that 26. That just might be a missed GPS, like missed signal or something. You're running uphill on the whole way out. It's not nothing drastic where it's like a really steep incline. It's just so steady on the way out. I don't know what the average is, I don't know, but it does make your legs a little bit tired. And so like if you're running on that like harder snow where you're breaking a trail and you're going uphill and it's cold, I was definitely running a lot slower today. There's a couple footprints in the first couple miles that I saw, and then there wasn't really anything after that. There might have been like a little ski. Somebody might have been like cross-country skiing a little bit. I tried to use that, but it was just compacted down, so it really didn't help. But on the way back, I tried to use it where my foot broke the trail a little bit, so I thought it might help me run faster, but it really didn't either. Overall, on the way out, I guess it wasn't too bad per se. I did see one other woman on the trail. I think about 4'8", actually had to go to the bathroom, starting to feel it in my stomach a little bit. So I had to step off the trail. I lost like 2 minutes of time. That like 4-ish mile on my GPS is going to be like 2 minutes slower. I didn't have toilet paper, so luckily there was snow I could use to clean myself. Nice little tidbit there. Made my sphincter a little bit cold. Then I got going, so I did lose 2 minutes there. It's time to start back up, get going again, so lost my momentum with that. I just felt a little bit tired on the way out, just because you're running 6 plus miles uphill. It's going to eventually take its toll on you, because your muscles want to switch it up a little bit, and it really doesn't give you a break. It's just, even though it's not hard running up a hill, it's just that constant grade that you're running up. Even though there is a little bit of curves around the mountains, it still doesn't really work other muscles. Got to the gate, touched the gate, took a little clip there, and turned around. Was a little bit relieved on the way back, because I knew I was going to be running downhill, so it should have been easier on the way back. I have to look at my splits. I know I did a couple 7 minutes to start the FKT and a couple 7s to finish, but that was like the real try. I have to see what the actual splits were in the middle sections. But overall, I think it was definitely quicker on the way back, as it should have been running downhill. But then again, my legs are a little bit more tired. So I guess it sort of evens itself out in the end when it comes to that. Trying to think also what to really say. I don't know. Like I said, it was just definitely colder on the way out. I mean, the way back than the way out, like 10 to 15 degrees colder. And I was hoping just to beat the darkness with the mountain. I didn't really think about that, how the sun was going to set. But I did take a headlight. It's still obviously daylight out a little bit, as you can see my windows. It's just getting dusk now. So if something happened to me, I would have finished in the dark. If I really had a rough time or hit a wall, I would have been in the dark finishing up, which I really didn't want to. Not that you get lost, because it's a pretty straightforward trail. There's really no markings, but you pretty much know where you're going the whole way, and it's pretty easy. It's good FKT for people to do. I definitely left some time out there. Whatever I said my time was, let me scroll back down. 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 20 seconds. I think before, last time I was on the trail and I videoed it, I was like 1 hour and 55, but I was holding a camera, so I knocked 10 minutes off of that. And I still think, me personally, I could have knocked probably 15, 20 minutes off on a dry day when I'm really in shape. So probably hour 25, I would say, is probably a really good fast person should be able to do it. I should be able to probably do that as well. But just setting the bar, see if people come out and do it. I don't know. I think that's about it. I just want to get home, eat. I'm hungry. I got a Fit Aid, and I got some generic or cheese doodles, crunchy doodles from Wise. I'm gonna eat on the way home, just because I'm so hungry right now. But again, I definitely overdressed. Maybe underfueled, I don't know. At least I didn't see any critters today. There was a few deer tracks. Might have been some coyote. They didn't look like dog because I didn't see the dog prints the whole trail, so they were like in the middle. So I'm thinking they were coyote because they were pretty big. But a couple of people were running on the way back. I passed them heading out. One dude and a dog, but the dog circled me a little bit, but it was a little friendly thing. Just, I don't know, got this FKT done, added to the list, and on to the next one. All right, I'm out here at Bell's Gap Trail by the yellow pools. I'm gonna start the FKT here in a second. Don't have much time. I got like 2 hours of daylight left, and I got, 12.6 miles to do, so it's gonna be tight. I don't know how much snow is gonna be at the other end of the trail, so I guess I'm ready. But here we go. Start my watch here. I guess we'll see you midway or at the end. Right, I'm about 5.25 in before the turnaround. This is the trail. Nobody's ran on it, so I'm breaking my own path. I mean, you got a little ski path, but it's so crusted. It's definitely slowed me down a little bit, but whatever. Whew. I actually had to go to the bathroom at like 4:08. Didn't have no toilet paper, but luckily there was snow. So there's a nice little tidbit for everybody. A little backwards by day action. But whew, definitely dressed way too fucking hot. Got my sauna suit on, long sleeve underneath, a jacket. It was like low 30s when I pulled in, but as soon as I got warmed up, I'm like drenched, as you can see. So that's slowing me down as well, but we'll get there. Here's that absent mind drainage. Near the end. Whew. Whew. Getting there. Alright, I'm coming up on the turnaround now. Whew. Oh, another 20 seconds here. Looking forward to going way back so it's all downhill. I can run a little bit faster, hopefully. It'll be a little easier being downhill. Just running uphill the whole way with snow for like 4.5 miles, socked. Definitely a good workout. There's the gate. So, let me take a picture. Whew. All right, so at the turnaround, I got 6.26, 54 minutes, 45 seconds, 950 up, 26 down. It's I think it was like 4:45 p.m. or 4:44, but all right. Like I said, it should be a little easier on the way back because I'm going to be running that 950 down. And some of the snow I can maybe use where I ran on the way up in my tread, so make it a little easier breaking up. Whew. Like I said, definitely hard running uphill with the snow. It's like a double punch. Well, 3-punch combo if you throw in the cold. So, not the best day to be doing FKT, but setting the bar is what I was coming to do today. So, here we go. All right, I'm coming up about the 10th left, give or take. The Bellwood Gap Trail FKT. I got about 12.45 right now. I'm coming up. Got a little cold on the way back when the sun went down around the big bends. Of course, it is getting later, but those bends where the sun didn't hit, you can definitely feel like 10-15 degrees colder just from the sun on the way back. But coming up on it now. Whew. I'm gonna touch the poles, stop my watch. All right, touch the poles, stop my watch. 12.55, looks like an hour, 45 minutes, 19 seconds. For Bell's Gap FKT, get a little picture. I'll be back with the poles. Whatever, either way. So that was like 10 minutes quicker than I've done the trail before, so I'll take it considering the conditions. Plus I have to poop and I was videoing, so it wasn't my best effort. Definitely beatable, but just setting the bar for it. So see how that goes. Definitely in shape, could have smoked a little bit more, but who knows. Whew. Well, yeah, back at the Bell's Gap. Got a little snot ice. I have to use the porta john and before I change.